What's up, guys? My name is Brendan, and today I want to teach you everything I know about the cart double full. First, I want to contrast the technique between gymnastics double fulls and tricking double fulls. Then I'm going to go over a progression for learning the cart double full, followed by an in-depth discussion of the cart double full technique, and then finally tips that I wish I had when I was first learning my cart double full. With that said, let's get started. First, I want to take a minute to draw a distinction between the cart double full in tricking and the round-off double full in gymnastics. In tricking, you'll see people enter the skill with an off-axis cartwheel that then goes into an off-axis twisting skill. And when they finish their cartwheel, they're not facing exactly where they started from, so it's not exactly a double full. And because it's off-axis, it's not even exactly a true flip. But being off-axis lets a tricker do it low and fast and use their cartwheel to translate that momentum with a nice, smooth block. In gymnastics, when people enter their double full, it's usually out of a round-off or a back handspring. That lets them completely face the way they started to do two completely full rotations while doing an on-axis flip. It's very formal, while the tricking style is a little bit less formal. One is a little bit more difficult and involves a hard block, the gymnastics style, and the other you can do faster, lower, with a soft block, using the momentum from your cartwheel to flip you when you do the double full. One technique isn't better or worse than the other, but if you're a tricker trying to use cart double full as a setup, I recommend you really embrace that tricker style. Go a little bit off axis, low and fast, and do a cartwheel with a smooth transition, rather than like a cart off where you throw it a little bit more on axis, and then you have to turn your body to swing, and then you kind of muscle through a super flipped cork. No. Instead, just embrace that tricker style and follow that into your dub-dub. Next, I want to go over a progression for learning the cart double full. It's a hard trick to learn, especially if you're like me and you come from a gymnastics background and you have to break a lot of those old habits that you developed over time. If you follow a more progressive mentality when you learn the cart double full, you'll really be able to retrain your body from the ground up to learn the new technique. Step one in the progression to the cart double full is to really master that tricking style cartwheel. Going off axis, using your adductors and abductors to push you in the beginning and to set you up for the next skill. Having a fast, low, smooth off-axis cartwheel will help a ton in the progression to the cart double full. Step two in the progression to the cart double full is the cart front. Just do a cartwheel, and then after you end, do a nice big front tuck. If that's too extreme, you can always do a cart dive roll, but once you get to the cart front, you can master the set to the cart double full. The amount of flip that you have when you do a cart front is the same amount of flip that you'll have when you eventually do a cart double full. We're just gonna slowly but surely add increments of twisting. The third step in the progression to the cart double full is to really master the cart full. To really understand how to do the cartwheel, set like you would a front flip, and then twist just like you would a B-twist or a cork to land in an eagle position facing the way you came. If you really master the cart full, the cart double full will be as easy as adding in that second twist. Plus, if you really master the cart full, you'll have a firm understanding of the set you need to do the cart double full. Step 4 in the progression to cart double full is to do a cart full hyper. A cart full hyper is just a cart full with a little bit of extra twist landing on your other leg. So if I do a cart full twisting to my left, I'm gonna land in an eagle position on my left leg. To perform the hyper, we want to twist a little bit extra and land on our swing leg instead. To do that, we get a little bit of extra set in the beginning, we push off the ground a little bit harder, and we hold that twisting position just a sec longer. The only difference between a cart full and a cart full hyper is that last little bit of twist, and you put down your other leg. Step 5 in the progression to the cart double full is to follow the twisting sequence until you're able to do the full double. Whenever you do a twisting skill, you follow the same sequence. I talk about this more in the progression Bible. If you do a butterfly twist, you set like a butterfly kick, then you move to the twisting position until you spot the ground to where you can reset into your eagle. When you do a cork, you set like you would a cheat gainer, and then you move into the twisting position until you spot your landing to reset in the eagle. It's the same thing when you do a cart double full. You do the cartwheel and you set like you would a front or a full, and then you hold that twisting position until you spot your landing to reset in the eagle position. Whenever you're progressing to a twisting skill, focus on the set before you do the twist. That way you can always get the flip you need and you're not crashing into the ground drilling into it. It's a lot safer to follow a slow progressive motion instead of to just YOLO it and throw it out of nowhere. If you follow this progression and focus on your set first, it's a lot safer than if you rush. Next, I want to go in depth in discussing the technique to perform the cart double full. The cart double full starts off with that off-axis cartwheel. When you do that cartwheel, focus on generating a ton of momentum while you split your legs and going low, fast, and smooth. As you exit your cartwheel, you want to focus on pushing off the ground as hard as possible and doing a nice smooth block going from the cartwheel to the set for the front or the full, which is the same as the set for the cart double full. We're going to do an oblique shift, doing a sort of arch to hollow body transition, but using our obliques going to the side. As we do this, we want to move our arms from right to left, generating a little bit of twisting momentum and a little bit of flipping momentum. We want our set to be slightly off axis because our double full is going to be off axis as well as our cartwheel. Once you leave the ground, you want to focus on shifting to that twisting position, looking towards your twisting shoulder, bringing your arms towards your twisting side, and bringing your legs together. You want to hold that position until you spot the ground not once, but twice. And when you do, you're going to open up into the eagle position, bringing your arms behind you and driving that leg back. If you're first learning your cart double full, don't focus as much on the eagle, but focus on opening up your body and catching your body weight. It's super important to open up your body and to not drill into the ground. And that's the technique to performing the cart double full. You start off with that off-axis cartwheel, then you set just like you would a cart front or a cart full, but you hold that twisting position until you spot the ground twice and you're ready to open up and catch yourself in your landing. Next, I want to give you guys 5 tips to perform the cart double full and maybe do it a little bit better. This is a hard trick, especially if you come from a gymnastics background and you have to break a ton of old habits. Or if you're new to tricking and have no background at all, it's also a struggle to learn this trick. With that said, here are 5 tips that I wish I had when I was first learning this trick. Tip number 1 is to avoid the cart off. What I mean is when you blend those techniques from gymnastics and tricking and you get this nasty mix of the two. When you do that cartwheel and you slam your legs down instead of doing that smooth block into the next trick. If you do a cart off, you're losing a ton of momentum that you could have been using with a nice smooth block. And it's not as nice on your joints. It feels a lot better to do that smooth block, than to throw your body into the ground and do that harsh block to get height. Tip number 2 is to push off the ground as hard as you can. When you set for the cart double full, it's important to use your arms to push your chest up into whatever the next trick is. Whenever you use a setup for a trick, you need to push off the ground as hard as possible to get your chest up so that way you can get the flip you need. Tip number 3 is to squeeze your core. This means tightening your abs, squeezing your butt, pulling your arms towards your chest, and squeezing your legs together. You want to be as tight as possible when you're in that twisting position. To do that, it helps a ton to tighten your core. Tip number 4 is to open up and not drill into the ground. It's super important when you do any big twisting skill to open up and to not drill into the ground. Most of the worst injuries that can come from tricking are from athletes who hold that twisting position as they crash into the ground. It's not a safe ergonomic landing position. So make sure once you spot your landing, you open up your body to catch yourself. My 5th and final tip for you guys is to focus on going low and fast when you do your cart double full if you want to use it as a setup for a double cork. When you do a dub-dub, you're using your cart double full as your setup into your double cork. So it's super important to gather as much momentum as possible and to go low and fast. Thank you guys so much for watching. Let me know in the comments down below what you struggle with cart double full. I always twist too early. I'm never patient enough in my set. Everybody has their own issues when they encounter a trick, so it helps to share them so that way we can all get better together. Thank you guys again and have a lovely day.